Hello, so here's a quick update of my npSynth. I've got a nice backbone backplate to keep the thing together. I've set up the power. The power is now being run by a 12 volt power adapter and distributed to the boards directly. And the connections, the control connections are nicely hooked up and everything is working. I installed a nice power regulator, 12 volts to 5 volts for the RaspberryPi. The Arduino is now on 5 volts because the boards needed 5 volts, and I just disconnected the return transmission signal because that would hurt the Raspberry Pi. But now the Raspberry Pi is sending serial data by 3.3 volts, and the Arduino is getting it no problem because I think it understands everything above 2.5 volts, so should be fine. And it is fine. I'm having some drift issues still, but the connection suddenly drops. I don't know why. I still have to work on the serial part a bit, but it works now. I'm connecting a USB sound card to it and a control synthesizer. This is the sound card with a huge ass cable running to the analog modules, and one of the modules is then outputting to this lovely speaker. So the program is running. I'm actually running it on SSH, so that's why the Ethernet thing is connected, and you can see it, the debug output sending the values. And this is also when I change the MIDI parameter, this is also displayed. And you can see when I change it, one of the values is higher. Okay, so let me show you how I set this thing up. This is the channel 1 amp volume, channel 2 volume, channel 1 filter, channel 2 filter, and channel 1 resonance and channel 2 resonance. So we're now on channel 2. Let's bring up the volume and increase the filter. Yeah, so this is it basically. This is actually quite loud. And now I can increase the resonance. Yeah, so this is it. This is the synth in action. And for now I have this small little sound card, although it has nice 8 channels and such. The next step is going to be connecting the huge sound card, the Behringer, and it should work out greatly because at least the cables will be simplified because it's all big jack. And I have 10 outputs, 2 of which I will send to this synth and then return back and also record it actually. So the connection is the first step to make everything work, the integration of Raspberry Pi, Arduino and the analog modules. And the next step in the software is making the sound card a hard disk recording device. And I really like this nano controller. It's got a really weird number of channels, 9, but I still am going to love using this button for arming or something like this. So maybe if I have the 8 input channels, you can arm the channels with this, like to record, and then use these controls to record, stop, rewind or whatever. So basically I skipped creating a control surface and instead just use this nano control, and I'm also gonna make some templates for different devices so that you can have mappings directly in the software, like whatever this controller does, what does it control, and you can use something other than the nano control. So this will be improved as I go along. But the idea is to have a nice hard disk recorder and to create some music maybe and see how it goes and explore interesting new ideas. And I also added this funky, beautiful on-off switch. And in between I'm also gonna create a nice box for it. I think I'm just gonna go with wood. This is just a piece of wood I've cut myself with an alpha knife. I think I'm gonna take some time to draw it up and take to my friends over at Rogue Lab, and they can laser cut some nice boxes for me. So this is it for now. This is the current version of the synth. I'm not gonna have a display on it, but I am gonna have maybe just a nice holder or something to put your phone on, and it can be controlled by your phone or something, because that's the primary connection to it that the user is going to have. So yay, it works. And now on to improving it. Cheers!